Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. Uh, some of this should be on in just a minute. I believe Mr. Jacobs and Emily will be on in a few. So yeah, get it on my Rampage. And this is in Phoenix, Arizona. This Rampage is. Yeah, they do this. They start with the best match and they don't show the entrances. They're trying to cram a bunch of stuff. I feel like they're trying to cram a bunch of stuff in the Rampage because it's only an hour. So they try to limit on entrances and stuff. So, which that comes in handy if Rampage is 2 hours. So you don't have to cram a bunch of stuff into one show. But I don't like how they start with the first match, the best match first. So the first match is the Young Bucks versus Aussie Open. This should be a good one. A little playback. So, sports entertainment. Ugh. Sports entertainment does not go well with AEW. Go.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Actually, so excited for Rampage tonight. I feel like there's a really intriguing card.
Yeah, I hate to start the best match off first.
Right? Man,
Which I don't know. But sometimes the best match is the first match, and I get more time.
that's true. Maybe they're not going to be as rushed, but it's oh my gosh, like the second I saw that they were going to be I'm surprised they're doing this on Rampage though. I thought they might try to
Yeah.
do this on the regular. But hey. My gosh. I feel like the Elite have just been like on fire since they got back too. Like they've just been match after match after match.
Yeah. I don't think it's too long before Will Ospreay comes to AEW.
True. Do you think, well, I guess it just depends. I'm very curious because it's been a while since we've seen him, but he's so good in AEW when he does come that I don't know.
Yeah, his contract has expired and he hasn't renewed it, so
Interesting. Huh.
maybe he's at Revolution.
True. I feel like we're in that really exciting like period right before another like pay-per-view where there's like anything is possible. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Kenny seems like he's back at like the top of his game too, ever since he returned. That is
Yeah, it feels like a BTE Kenny Omega a little bit because I feel like there's different versions of Kenny Omega. You have
yeah.
the cleaner, you have the belt collector, you have BTE Kenny, you have Nerd Kenny from the AEW games.
Yes.
You have different versions of Kenny Omega.
He's so talented. Like just the number of iterations of himself that he can do, it's amazing. I love him
Yeah,
in New Japan too. His like New Japan, his style there is so crazy cool.
yeah. His match against Ospreay was really good. I didn't
Yeah.
see the full match, but seen some highlights of it.
It's always so hard trying to find ways to watch the New Japan, like any type of pay-per-view,
Yeah,
any type of event, because like the timing is usually very tricky, but then like
I
they're
didn't
so
wake.
protected.
I didn't wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because the time that it's over is the time I have to get up.
Oh my gosh. So that would be, yeah, that
So
would be way too much.
there'd be no sleep whatsoever. I really just watch highlights, or even if you could order it and just record it or something. But
Reaction videos, Twitch, everything and anything. Although I keep hearing that
yeah,
anytime now they have a pay-per-view, they have somebody like watching Twitch to make sure like nobody's like just streaming it live.
yeah.
New Japan's getting really good at this game. Come the
He's gonna buy a $145 Acclaim jacket.
the new one that's on the Shop
Yeah,
AEW.
they had one just like that. Well, kind of. It was MJF.
True. I
They're
think was it
selling.
over $100 that one?
Yeah, it's $145. Well, his was 200, but theirs is 145. He has to have a few dollars extra on his stuff.
Oh my gosh.
When I went to Full Gear, they all the shirts were like $30, but his shirt was a 200.
He knows we'll
Yeah,
pay it too.
yeah.
Every time
People
we
were
do
out
a
there
meet and
buying.
greet.
Yeah, people were buying those like crazy.
Yeah, I usually do. It's like his stuff was like, like you said, like it's either over 100,
Yeah,
even if it's just like his toy or anything, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
meeting him in April, and the convention's like the prices for all the meet and greets gonna be like from $20 to $60, and I know MJF's not gonna be $60.
Yeah.
I wish, but or maybe I don't know. I don't
He's
think
such a
MJF's that
jerk. He knows you'll
generous.
pay it too.
Yeah, I don't think he's that generous.
I just hope he shows up this time after what was it last year? Was it Double or
Yeah,
Nothing? He had like that whole like he just didn't show. It's like really? Oh.
it's like a wrestling convention. Like they're having Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and a few others there, I believe. The
Good.
Acclaim were supposed to be there.
I feel like the Acclaimed would be so cool to me. I haven't met them before, and I just feel like they would be so much fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I haven't met them, but I've seen them up close.
I think well, what's funny is like the dynamic between Max Caster and MJF because like Max Caster just trolls MJF
Yeah,
so hard on Twitter.
yeah. Now it's really gonna take a turn. Did you hear what MJF and Naomi?
Is it true? I don't know if I believe it because like we're going
Uh,
into a pay-per-view and I'm kind of like he would be the like person to blur the lines and like do
I
something.
seen on Instagram where she said that she was making like a couple more prints of the MJF poster, and like that was gonna be it. She's not gonna release it anymore.
Oh,
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can believe him.
I know. I'll believe it after the pay-per-view. If it continues to be the thing after the pay-per-view, I'll be like, okay. But
I'm starting to think that she's gonna play a role in that match.
I think she's like,
Uh,
I know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
if I believe it.
she'll be. I mean, MJ doesn't have a manager right now. I don't know how that'd work, but maybe she's his manager, I guess, or valet. I don't know.
It just doesn't seem like him to be like, yeah, the love of my life left me. Like, isn't he always the one who leaves or like calls the shots in relationship?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, not to say anything on her part, but I
apparently
just feel like
not.
he
It's
wouldn't.
true.
I don't know. You can't tell with him. He's the type you can't tell. So
Yeah, he had everyone believing when he was in tears with CM Punk, and then the next week he turns on him. But I hope it's not real.
yeah, because that would be such a shame. And like, plus, like, I like adore her. So I'm like, oh, like, I mean, whatever makes them
No,
both happy. But to your point, Max Caster was like,
yeah,
MJF, Naomi's gone.
he hasn't been on Twitter much at all. MJF hasn't here lately.
He's been like radio quiet for him. So he's not, it's
Ooh,
really getting really hard to tell what's going on.
things are getting pretty stiff. Well, with Aussie Open,
Yeah. Ooh.
too. I want Aussie Open to win this, but I know they're not going to win it. But hopefully, House of Black does something.
Makes an appearance, comes out, interferes, something.
Yet, I think they announced on Wednesday they were supposed to meet face to face in some capacity.
I am so ready for that matchup. Kind of want to see House of Black win, to be honest. I kind of want them to
Yeah.
be the dominant force group for a little
Ooh,
bit.
I don't know if that went right.
I don't know if that did it. Yeah, that didn't
With
quite
the
look.
cutter, like that needs cause a lot of neck issues.
Whew.
Close. Oh wow, Matt Jackson was going for a hot tag, but normally like that's your hot tag, but that was not happening. That's the
No.
first time I've ever seen a hot tag be handled like that.
Whew.
Oh, cause like there we go. We're gonna get double hot tag maybe. No. Wow, they're counting everything for the Young Bucks.
Dang.
Super kick.
Super kick party. Bam.
Everyone's countering everything. Close.
Oh.
This is back and forth.
Oh my gosh. Like just when you think they've gotten like the final hit, the other group just bounces back. And now we lie down for a minute.
1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, Excalibur. They announced the Face of the Revolution ladder match, and I could see one person in there. I love those matches. The
I
only
love
person I've seen was AR Fox.
that'll be interesting. I think I saw Takeshita. I'm really bad at pronouncing it, so but he's like
Yeah,
he's really good. He looked like he was there on the edge. Looked like Eddie Kingston was on there too.
yeah,
Curious what they're gonna do with Eddie going into this pay-per-view because I feel like they were supposed to start building him up for something, but
yeah. It seemed like there was going to be him and Ortiz at
yeah,
House of Black, but I think they're going to go with House of Black going with the Elite.
yeah. Oh, that was beautifully done. Time to fly.
Oh, Lights go out. And what's going on here? I don't see.
Cue House of Black.
Well, I don't know. Pinning. You
Nope.
sit there. You could have won. And maybe you get a tag team title shot, maybe. That would be a big upset.
Ooh.
They might actually pull this off. Come on.
Looks like there's a.
Oh, that was good. Is it their finisher? Keep him off, keep him off, keep him off, keep him off. Dummy.
Don't stall. You got
They
it.
sat
Ooh.
there. They sat there and like.
1, 2. Oh.
I can't stand that watching wrestling sometimes. Like you're right there.
Like, yeah, there's like a too long of a pause. It's just like, come on, you're just so close.
I don't think he's that dumb. I didn't see him the whole time. Super kick. Regardless, this is a really good match.
This
Ooh,
is
that
like
was
great opener.
it was like pay-per-view level.
That's why I was kind of surprised actually that like it's always hard to tell what they're gonna
Wow.
like divvy up for the week. That was like I'm glad they put this on Rampage.
VT was it called a VT trigger?
Ooh. That's got it.
VTE
No?
trigger.
One more,
VTE.
ready? I wonder if they're gonna do another Forbidden Door this year. Maybe invite them back. That would be great.
Yeah, I believe June 24th.
That would be
That's when it's supposed to be.
yay.
Yeah. But apparently Aussie Open's free agent, so they're free to sign wherever. And you know, Will Ospreay's contract's up now too, so you know, they're all three available. Let's go again.
Sign
Show
them.
yourselves.
Where did they go? I know it's like the lights went out for some reason. So what's
Show yourself this time. Oh, this is cool.
Oh.
JR.
I wonder if they ran under the ring at one point and then that's new.
Sometimes wrestlers will stay in the ring like the whole night until it's time for their just so no one will see them.
Like think about what Jericho did a few weeks back where he just like came out like 15
Yeah.
minutes before Dynamite started. He just sat in the audience.
And all those people were sitting by Jericho.
I would have been either A, really ashamed of myself, like if I'd been sitting near him and I hadn't noticed. Then if I had noticed, I would have freaked out and it would have been really hard to know whether or not, like, because if you know it's him, like, you can't blow his cover. Like, you'd probably figure out he's there for something. Oop, Kenny looks spooked.
What you should do differently is sorry, but who was this? I think best friend should drop Danhausen. It cost him that match. He didn't curse them enough.
Ooh.
Everyone's gonna attack best friends. Come on. This isn't right.
Marcy is so tall.
And that's
why
the interviewer. The interviewer is Big Cass's fiance or whatever she is, his wife.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
he's so tall. The Gun, oh my gosh, the Gun Club is like such. I mean, they're so hated right now. I mean, it's great because they're bad guys, but they're easy to get irritated with right now.
Yeah, DraftKings is everywhere now.
I know. I'm like out of left field. Where did this like app come from? Like in the last year?
Yeah, like now I see it on wrestling, football, NBA, UFC, NASCAR.
Kind of freaks me out a little bit whenever there's like a company that like you've never heard of, then it like comes out and becomes like the thing everybody has and features. You're like,
Like they were, I remember seeing like just NBA and NFL, but now it's everywhere, but sport wise.
And they were all
You
over
can
the
even
Super
watch.
Bowl. It was like, okay.
I seen where someone lost like $500,000 on DraftKings, and he like deleted his account and everything, so he didn't have to pay back the money. Then I don't know what happened. If the like
I don't know if it works that easily. I don't want to
no,
pay
they
that,
don't.
so I'm just gonna like delete my my.
They could track you down with that because they have your information.
Yeah, like
So
they keep the data, honey. Like they can't. You're not just gonna like walk away from owing that
no,
money.
they're gonna one way or another. You're gonna do something, get a job or
Go
sell some
try
stuff.
your luck at the casino. I don't know, but
Maybe you have some lucky relatives. Maya, thanks for watching, Maya. You're on last night. Uh, this is an interesting question. What do you guys think is next for Jeff Hardy? Well, he's very very lucky. Uh, I hope he doesn't how I say it. He learns this time that next time could be it. Like his license is suspended for 10 years. He has to do probation. But he can't come back. Uh, so yeah,
he can't, or he can.
no, he can. He
Oh my
can.
goodness! I was like, what do you mean he can't? Like everybody, like I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
be.
Everybody makes mistakes, you know. I never want to. Well, I mean,
He'll never be
obviously,
allowed. He won't be allowed to drive again for a long time. He doesn't need to be behind the wheel anymore.
yeah.
Which he's not allowed to. His license is suspended for 10 years. So if he is driving, I hope he won't do
More
that.
trouble.
But at least his brother's in AEW, so
Yeah, just book travel together, you know. And I mean, we're fortunate we sort of live in a time too where carpooling is really accessible and
yeah,
Uber and yeah.
it's very easy though. Then
I
you
would
just have to
love
wait for a
for his
taxi.
return match. Oh, he's gonna get such a pop.
I want the Hardys to win the tag title at least one time, but I want to see CM Punk and Jeff Hardy because
Great.
their last match it was years ago, but
Yeah.
I hated CM Punk because Jeff Hardy was my favorite back then.
Right. Can be a redemption moment, rewriting that story.
Hassan, thanks for watching. How are you doing? Uh, yeah, the Young Bucks won. That was a really good match.
Great match.
Awesome match. And we're still continuing this. Hmm. You just watched everything? How do you know? Like, how do you know they attacked them? So you just sat there and watched them get beat up?
Yeah, it's like you kind of if you did just
I,
like just show up, you seem really chill for your best friends getting beat
and he
up.
just admitted who did it. Like, oh, I like Tony Storm's tights.
Oh man. These two together are so interesting.
Yeah.
It's hard to know though between them two and like if they are going up against like Hater and Baker. I'm like, so who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy in these scenarios? I never know.
Yeah. Like, I'm confused. I know Tony Storm and Soraya's heel, but I don't know what Britt Baker is, what Jamie Hayter is at this
Are they
point.
supposed to be our new good guys? And then like Ruby, of course, is kind of in the middle, so you never know where she's gonna fall. And like she apologized to Britt that one time with hate. Like it's, I know I'm like trying to follow where they're trying to land people.
I know Soraya is because she was flipping people off
True. Oh, somebody give her a nice little tip from
quite
the
a few
audience.
times. The last time I seen that on AEW, last time I seen that on AEW was when Jericho did it. Well, let me back that up. the Inner Circle. They always do it.
Right.
I don't try to remember that kind of stuff, but this
I
is
wanted so
the
badly to
third.
go on his cruise. Oh,
This is the third time we've seen this match on Rampage. Tony Storm and
yeah.
Tony Storm's won both times. Will Nightingale needs to win one.
She's got to come in here with the well. She's like doing a lot more wrestling. Willow Nightingale. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
They're featuring her a lot more. Maybe she'll get the win tonight.
Clothesline.
The thing that worries me is having Saraya there at ringside. It's like that's such an easy interference.
Yeah. Well, not unless Britt Baker or someone does something. I hope they do Britt Baker and Tony Storm at Revolution, since down in the three-way between Saraya, Ruby So, and Hater.
Yeah. Because you got to get the women's title on there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. Like, I feel like we're sort of at that point before the pay-per-view where there's only like 2 or 3 matches that like I know of in my head. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
what are we filling that in with? And especially with the main event being an hour long, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder how long this pay-per-view is going to be.
Yeah, it's normally 4 hours. So it was in 3 hours to fill other matches. They normally have a buy-in too.
Right.
But I figured that 3 women's matches, they got a chance to do the same thing. They have the women's title confirmed. It's Jamie Hayter, Ruby So, and Saraya for title. Whatever they do with Jade, and they do another singles match, like they did with Britt Baker and Saraya at Full Gear.
Wonder who's gonna pluck Jade off the throne. She's
I hope
the
it's
only.
Chris Statlander.
Yeah, I feel like they were
He's
building
the,
to that, and then I know
I
poor
feel like
thing.
I feel like they're gonna stick with it. They're not gonna. They're gonna wait till she comes back. That could be 2024 at this point.
Yeah, like I guess they trying to give like Jade a similar streak to Reigns over there, where
She's
she's
not
only
gonna get that. You can't purposely try to create something that's already been created. You just can't
right.
do it. It's like when there's a good match and you don't pull the trigger on something, you try to recreate. You're not going to recreate it. Like
Well,
the
I've always
was it
wondered why. Yeah, like why
like
didn't they pull the
the
trigger
claim
on
that
that?
Swerve and Glory, like example for that at All Out. They should have pulled the trigger then, but they didn't. I mean, when they won, it was good. But
Right.
I hope. I want Statlander to win, but
I do too. She seems
I
like
don't
the
know.
person.
Maybe they know she's not going to be out for too long. Maybe she's not going to be out for as long as people think she's going to, and they're confident that she'll be back.
Is there any talk of Mercedes Moné coming at all to AEW, even just to like do some guest matches? I'm curious because like she sort of signed what it seems like is like an open contract with New
Yeah,
Japan, and I could see her like maybe wanting to come for a couple matches, just given like the people she knows AEW. But I don't know if it'd be a good or. I'm trying to gauge whether it'd be a good or bad.
I think if they do a Forbidden Door 2, I think she'd be a part of it. Which they are. I don't want to say if. If they do I think they're going to do a Blood and Guts match, but with the women this time. And I think
Right.
for doing former WWE, it'd be Hayter, Saraya, Ruby, Athena, and Mercedes. I mean, even just for a one night thing, because she doesn't want to sign on to anything long term.
Right. She sort of has like guest appearances, rather than like a long-term contract.
Yeah, I seen where Kota Ibushi just wants to wrestle one time a month. That'd be a waste of money.
I know.
He's good, but that's. I know he's gonna. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
to your point, it seems very expensive, but at the same time, I understand like with the name and like
He
some
ain't that
people, yeah.
he ain't that big of a deal. I
Right?
mean, I like Kota Ibushi, but I feel like they're gonna get him at some point. Everyone says something, and they end up don't doing it. Like Stone Cold said he'd never come back, and came back. Everyone's came back, I think. That said they
Yeah, I think
wouldn't.
so. It's like I get it, like, and I know they're trying to like. I'm surprised though, like especially like with this year in WWE, I'm surprised they didn't push harder for The Rock to come back this
Yeah,
year against Roman because I
I
don't know
feel that
when you're gonna get
there's
that
no
chance.
way.
No,
There's
they
no
need.
way the Rock's not ring ready. There's no way.
He's not.
That's not
I'm
even
not being
thinking.
ready. I'm like, I watch you work out every single day, dude.
I feel like
Like,
that's just an excuse not to do it.
and it's sort of sad because I'm like, I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, Sami Zayn's like number one. So like,
But
I was so happy when like he's getting his time to shine right now because like this time last year, like I was so mad at Vince because I was like, you just treat Sami Zayn like he's a joke. Like he's so talented and you don't know what you have. It's like now, like a year later, I'm just like, look at this magical person. So,
awesome. Hey guys, how you doing? You feeling tonight? I'm feeling pretty good. What about you, Emily?
I'm doing great tonight. I'm like in that like really honeymoon phase before the pay-per-view event. I'm like so excited. There's so much possibility.
At first, it was kind of getting wasn't really enough build, but now, especially with MJF and Moxley, like he's good at. I feel like MJF's good at selling a pay per view. Like when it's coming.
It's gonna be so good.
Last week, I mean, well, this week, they really a lot of progression towards Revolution. With
Yeah.
I'm still kind of. Well, I think we're gonna hear from Keathley and Dustin Rhodes.
Yes.
Keathley needs to. I don't want to see gray in his hair. He isn't that old, is he?
Yeah, he's
He
not. And I was like, why does he look 10 years older all of a sudden?
came back. It was like he's
Oh,
gone for 10 years. He's 38 years old. Oh, a minute. What happened?
up. Little interference. But oh, there she goes in the ring.
You gotta ring the bell.
Aubrey. Oh,
I could be wrong, but didn't they ring the bell at first?
yeah.
Well,
I thought that there was maybe
I
not.
thought she rang the bell, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
I feel like that was kind of a weird like
Cause
Aubrey
since
doesn't usually allow that.
I seen Saraya come in the ring, and then Aubrey saw her, and then like for a distraction. Oh, was Ruby fixing? This be a perfect time to do it.
Here she comes. And roll out.
Oh. Yeah, you're stuck. Saraya, you might as well just let her beat you up at this point because you're not running that fast. Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. There we go.
There's Hater and Big. All right. Now we're escalating things. I love watching Hater.
Soho is she's just in the middle of all this.
Jamie Hater has so much fight in her. I love it. Just chase her off the screen. Yeah, Ruby. Aw, so nice.
Is the firm even a thing still?
Hmm. They're kind of there still, but like,
Ethan
I
Page
don't
has
know.
nothing to do with them.
Yeah, they kind of just come in and interfere at the moment.
It's really just big what's his name Morrissey and Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, it's like they kind of show, and Stokely occasionally. They all like three
Big
show
boss.
up to like wreak havoc for a little bit. Is
It's
Ethan Page
chaos on
still credit?
Rampage. He's just doing stuff with Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy,
Oh,
and he's not even part of it.
oh my gosh.
Everyone's attacking each other tonight.
Yeah. I saw the cutest
It's all
picture
in
that they
tag teams. It's on
yeah.
tag teams too.
What is going
Something seen.
Satnam Singh did a photo with Dustin Roberts' mom because they were in
Mm-hmm.
Scottsdale, Arizona. It was the cutest thing. Satnam Singh was like 4 feet over her. She's this like little tiny cute thing. He's huge, huge guy. Why does everybody attack each other?
Well, sure about that, Jade.
There was a funny Botchamania clip featuring Jade this week where they had the 0 and 52 up on the screen behind her. She like comes up to the camera, she's
Yeah.
like, "What? 51? 51?" There's 52 behind her. She's like, "Just
I don't see
kidding."
how she could. I know she doesn't believe any of that she says because she even said that she wasn't ring ready for a lot of the higher ones in AEW.
Oh my
Who is this? Bam.
goodness.
Out of
Ooh,
nowhere, he just throws
I
him.
don't know. Where have you been, sir?
Jake the Snake Roberts. It's great to see him back.
Oh, guy is a legend. I just applaud him so much. He's had like he had such a rough start in life. He like used every bit of it to his advantage. He's such a great guy.
Yeah.
Interesting pairing too, having him with Lance Archer.
Yeah, they've been together for a while. Since
Woo.
2020.
Oh, look at that. There's the Fight Forever game. And the no longer CM Punk on this version of the cover.
Yeah. I heard there's going to be two covers. There's going to be that cover and then the original cover. With if you purchase the CM Punk version, you get an extra character.
Wonder when CM Punk will be back.
Archer. Yeah, it's great to see Archer back. Jake the Snake.
Love
I think
seeing them.
they're gonna bring back Lance Archer because I don't think Brian Cage is coming back. So this is got someone else to fill that spot.
Did he get hurt?
Oh, Brian Cage?
Yeah.
No, I think he's done with AEW.
Oh, that's a shame.
How everything turned out, like he loses against who was it? Jungle Boy again. He didn't even come out with a title. He didn't even do his stuff he normally does. He just came out, kind of half, did everything. He wasn't on Dark Wednesday. Normally he's on that.
Yeah.
So I think he would sign back, but he's scared of the fact that what's to say they won't do the same thing to him again and just sit him at home.
Yeah. That's a shame though. He was like he was making such a comeback there.
Yeah. I feel like I hate to say this, but I feel like they tried to bury him before he left so he could lose all creatability, so he couldn't go nowhere else. So I, I,
That's
I hope they're not trying to do that. Like that's what WWE would do. Uh,
yeah. That's the
with
same vibe I got. It's like I hope that's
like with
not
the,
the case.
like with Dean Ambrose with Moxley, they had him lose every match to lose creatability, but it didn't work. Oh wow, Vince McMahon was right when he said Keith Lee was too wise for his own good. For what he's wearing,
Oh,
it fits him good.
whoo.
gonna be a preacher.
Wow.
He could probably be a real preacher, and people wouldn't notice.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
honestly. He got to meet his
I don't know.
niece, apparently. He posted a really cute picture. I mean, it's crazy, like, when you just see, like, how big some of these wrestlers are compared to, like, normal everyday people. Like, him holding his niece,
Yeah.
it was like him holding just, like, a little bean in his hand. I was like, oh my gosh, these guys are huge. Cricket Wireless, man. They are, like, all over these wrestling commercials.
Yeah. Maybe Brian Cage stays. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel
because
like
I don't want him to, like, stay and then not get used, but then, like, I also don't
I
want him
feel
to,
like
like,
I feel like he's already been contacted by WWE, and they use guys his size. I
yeah,
hate to
they,
say it, I feel like I mean AEW doesn't really book big men as much compared
yeah.
to cruiserweights. And WWE, well, they have more programming. I don't want to see him go there, but as long as he gets to keep his name and keep his stuff.
I could see Triple H, like, running with him,
Yeah,
trying to
he
get,
goes with guys that size.
yeah,
Someone like Danhausen won't get over in WWE.
no,
Well, guys like that only get over in AEW. It seems
yeah,
like Orange Cassidy is a big time merch seller, but well, at first he was a joke,
yeah.
but now he's champion.
I'll never forget. I was at a meet and greet of all things like a year ago for MJF, and I was talking to the guy in line in front of me, and he's like, "Yeah, like I met Orange Cassidy, but like I don't get it. Like I met him and he didn't really do anything. It just I don't get the hype." And I was like, that's
Yeah.
his character, right? Like,
He works at a he's working at a hardware store.
gosh, just
Yeah,
decided to become a pro wrestler, and look at him now.
a lot of people in AEW still play their characters even outside of wrestling. Not everyone, but Danhausen, Orange Cassidy, and MJF.
Danhausen's
Pac
really
does.
interesting. To your point, he's a very unique dynamic. Like somebody like him would not get over in WWE.
Oh no. Mm-mm. They'd have him. He wouldn't get to play that character. That's for sure.
Right. Probably
But
be
they'll
part
let
of Bray Wyatt's Funhouse or something crazy. So
Oh wow. Yeah, I could see that. But as long as CM Punk comes back, I'm fine with Brian Cage. Because my two favorite wrestlers are CM Punk and Brian Cage. But
I mean, we saw him.
I feel
Apparently,
like
he was at one of those New Japan shows. So he's out and about.
yeah,
Come back.
he yeah, I think he wants. I think he's gonna come back. At
Sounds
this
like he
point,
wants.
with Jericho saying stuff good about everyone's saying that. Well, fans saying that CM Punk's this and that, and he shouldn't be coming back. But everyone in AEW, like wrestler wise, loves him.
Yeah, I mean, like
Jade, Jericho, FTR.
I think they just had to let the dust settle a little bit from what happened because like originally like Jericho was like really mad about it too, and I thought, oh gosh, if Jericho's not all in, it's don't know if he'll get the green light to come back, but I feel like all wrestlers can understand like having a moment and like come back and do business. Like there's so much money to be
I
made from
feel
you
like
guys.
there was a video that CM Punk shared on Instagram that he's like wasn't him saying, but like a movie or something, or like a clip of someone else saying it. But they were saying like, I want to come back and do business, but doesn't mean I have to be friends with you and be buddies with you again. But I want to put that aside to come back and do business. But we're not going to go back to the way we were.
Oh.
We're just if you want to come back and do business, do it.
Yeah. And I get it. Like if somebody's breached your trust and like you feel like, I get it. But you can still work together and you
I,
can just still do some crazy cool matches.
I honestly don't think CM Punk and the Elite were buddies to begin with.
I don't think so either. Ooh, this is gonna be cool.
Orange Cassidy and Big Bill.
Action and ready. Like talk about getting over in like one match being your like big turning point. Like that match with Jericho like spearheaded him. Ooh,
It's a
okay.
big battle royal.
I just hope the results from the like ooh, oh yep, there it is. 60-minute Iron Man match. I just love Danielson too. Danielson's so great. Oh, there they are. See, they're back again. It's like the firm. Ooh, we get Hook.
Matt Hardy's planning something in all this. Whoopi Goldberg.
I love. Oh my gosh, look at his shirt.
Oh, they showed a CM Punk clip. It was when Hook body slammed CM Punk. Well, it wasn't even televised, but no D.
There's definitely a lot of talent in AEW. It's like whenever we approach these pay-per-views, it's got to be so hard to pick who does what because there's so many good people to choose from. You've got Hook, you've got the Firm, you've got Ryan Cage, you got all these great people.
Face of the Revolution line match is on Wednesday on Dynamite.
I wasn't too happy with the results of the Battle Royale this past week, but that's just my opinion. But
Yeah.
I guess I
wanted
Top Flight real bad because I really like Top Flight.
So on Wednesday, there's a Battle Royal and a ladder match.
It's going to be a great Dynamite. Getting goosebumps, man. That's going to be a good card. I really want that MJF jacket now.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett don't belong in there.
It feels like misplaced in a lot of ways.
Yeah, they don't. They already got title shots. It's now like a triple rematch because they already got 2 shots at the Acclaimed.
Yeah. The Jericho Appreciation Society. Sammy Guevara, he's so good at being hated, but also so good at. Oh, I haven't seen this montage that happens behind him before. That's
Street Fighter. Looks new. They've showed this before, but not.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that. That's like a really cool background to be. Oh my gosh. Sammy is so good at being hated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I mentioned this. Rio's back. It's Tony Storm and Rio. That'll be a pretty good match. Actually, Andrade's got new theme music.
Look at this kid, just like taking the world by storm.
Oh, I guess Chris Jericho's not Chris Jericho in commentary. It's a different Jericho.
Oh, that's right.
He said he beat Jericho. Not me, Chris Jericho. I've been looking forward to this match for a while. Andrade and Guevara.
Is Andrade still like employed by?
Oh, Andrade! I said, yeah, actually Andrade. Andrade. I've seen something that he's supposed to be cleared from his injury pretty soon.
Got it. Okay.
Which hope he clears up his attitude if he's gonna come back.
Yeah,
But
he was being really weird. Like it seemed like he was trying to get himself like in trouble. So
yeah,
like,
he wants to be fired.
yeah, he saw that Triple H
But
was back in
what he
biz.
doesn't, but what he doesn't realize when he did that, they can extend time to his contract. Now that he did that, because that's what they did to Kenny Omega when he was like they added a whole year to his contract. So now his contract's not going to expire until 2025. Not it was supposed to be 2024.
Just goes to show you can't act like that. It's not gonna.
That's his funeral. Which I bet a lot of them was mad because Frankie Kazarian got his release and they didn't. But in my opinion, I think Andrade wouldn't be that big of a like someone like CM Punk would. Andrade wouldn't.
That'd be a very interesting matchup.
What CM Punk and Andrade.
Yeah, that's a very intriguing. I mean, they need to build a story, of course, but it's intriguing. Oh man, these two guys are gonna. This is gonna be very cool. Ooh.
Who's winning the ladder match? Yeah, it's on Dynamite this time. That should be interesting. Who's in that again? I seen
Eddie
let me
Kingston,
try to find it.
Kushida.
Oh, here it
Um,
is. There's 8 people: Nakeshita, Ortiz, Action Andretti, Sammy, Hobbs, Kingston, Air Fox, and I don't know who this one guy is. He's in a mask. It's not Phoenix.
it's not Evil Uno, is it?
No. Doesn't look like Evil no. Unless he lost weight overnight.
Since his oh my gosh, since his bloody match with Mox.
That reminded me a lot of when Moxley went against 10
Yeah.
Tyson Vance, and he busted him open.
Everyone just keeps making the joke now. It's like Moxley comes on camera and suddenly he's just bleeding everywhere. Just bleeding all the time, everywhere.
So the other person, I don't know who they are, but they're a luchador. I don't know too much about them. But Tony Khan tweeted about it,
Oh, but it's
saying who it
Takeshita
was.
that wins. I'm so aboard the Takeshita train right now. It's so great.
I'm assuming whoever wins, it says Samoa Joe's going to be on commentary. So whoever wins, why would Samoa Joe be on commentary?
That's interesting. Unless does
Never mind.
Wardlow
I
make an
know.
entrance? Wardlow's
The,
not
the
in it
face of
though.
the face of the Revolution ladder match. Whoever wins gets a shot at the TNT title next. I forgot about that. It's like a number one contendership. If you win, you get the number one contendership. You get a shot. Maybe
So I
they make it
like
a triple
what they're
threat.
doing with him and Wardlow though. Like, where's Wardlow fit in all of this?
I don't know. I don't think they should have had Darby win it back at all. If he was just going to leave and go back to film a movie, they
That's
should have just had
true.
Samoa. I should have had Samoa Joe beat him in his hometown. That gave him a good big match win. Didn't have him lose it to Wardlow. Because now it feels like we're doing Cody, Sammy, Scorpio again.
Yep. Over and
But
over again.
I'm fine if Wardlow wins again. But to
I
your
just
question, David.
well, I love Wardlow. I hope they do big things with Wardlow.
Yeah. Oh, what they could do. I didn't think about this. At Full Gear, it was Samoa Joe, Wardlow, and Hobbs. If Hobbs wins that, they could do it all over again at Revolution.
That would be really cool. Plus, it'd give Hobbs a chance like to come back out. Oh, that would be so good. Well, now I want that.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm going for Hobbs.
Hobbs would be so great.
But
Hobbs is such a great, like, just like as a human being, and like he just seems such a great guy, such a great wrestler.
this is gonna be a crazy match because Action Andretti, Sammy Guevara, and Air Fox is all in the same match with ladders. And Sammy always is something crazy with ladders.
Oh
Or
yeah, he's got like such a record history with what he can do on them.
if you go look at like history making moments of AEW, Sammy's in about all of them.
I mean, there's so many great moments. That ladder match he did with Cody, and
Yeah,
like
that's my favorite. I think like that's my favorite ladder match in AEW.
that one
Cody and
was
Sammy
incredible.
when he did the was the cutter from the one ladder to the other ladder where Cody was on.
Yeah, that was. I've seen that one like in slow mo and like epic sound effects like that. That was a moment. It's so weird seeing Cody at the WWE still. Like, I still have moments where I'm like confused which show I'm watching. I'm like, is it this? Is this? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
Apparently, though,
kind
he's
of
still real tight with everybody though in AEW, which is like that's so nice.
yeah. I think he's gonna come. I think he's gonna retire in AEW.
Who should
David
go
asks Emily who should go against Jade because it's
um,
a pay per view.
for the pay per view? I'd like it to be. Well, we've
That's a
seen
tough
a lot
one.
of people. I mean, honestly, it would be crazy to see something that we haven't seen before. Got to think we've seen Athena, we've seen Nightingale, we've seen. I wish it could be Statlander because I really wish it could be, but
Yeah.
there's no way she's going to be cleared yet. Is Kiera Hogan still around? It'd be great if Kiera Hogan could get another match with her, another moment in the spotlight, even if it wasn't a win, but
Yeah, something different.
it'd be so nice.
Mercedes Martinez would be pretty good. I don't
Yeah,
think they've done that. I don't think they've done that before.
that would be a great one.
Do
It'd
you know
be
who
great
Camilla
to have.
Brickhouse is?
I mean, even if Mercedes Monet showed up as like a guest appearance, like Jade's gonna have a mystery competitor, and
Yeah,
it was just. I know I keep calling her Monet, and it's just I grew up with her as Sasha Banks, so it's like
yeah.
I
A
might
lot of
just.
people, a lot of Sasha Monet fans feel disrespected if you call her Sasha, but that's a lot of people how they know her. Like they don't know her
Yeah,
as it's like
like
Randy Orton. You call him Randy Orton for years, and then you have to call him. Not it's hard to adjust to.
oh yeah, it's like the same thing with Seth Rollins. Like if you look back, Seth Rollins is like Tyler Black, and you're like, what?
That doesn't fit him to
Yeah,
me.
you're just like, I'm sorry, I don't mean any disrespect, but it's like how you know them. So my vote would be to
Yeah.
bring in Sasha for that, Matt. That would be, you know, how much of a pop she would get for that to like go back up against Jade. That would be incredible.
Oh, he copied his own move.
Bam. Ooh, that was a beautiful flip. Two. Ooh, that would have been.
Do you know who Camilla Brickhouse is?
Who is it?
Camilla Brickhouse.
Camilla
She's a
Brickhouse.
women's wrestler.
I do not. The name's like not off the top of my head, but the name sounds very
She was
familiar.
she was at AEW one. She came to AEW one time, and Layla Hirsch is in the ring. She's like 7 foot tall, and she's sitting in front
Yes,
of Layla Hirsch. I like to see Camilla Brickhouse and Jade go at it.
that would
Like
be
they're right neck and neck with size.
a really interesting
Camilla
matchup.
Brickhouse. Camilla Brickhouse reminds me of China a little bit.
Yes. Like I'm looking at a picture of it, like the build. Oh my gosh, that is 100% similar to China. Oh my
Where did you
gosh.
pull her up at?
I actually built I guess it's spelled Kamilla. So I just looked up on Google. I spelled it wrong the first time, but then it corrected me because Google's now smarter than
Yeah,
me. Oh my gosh, it's like in this one picture I'm
yeah,
looking
she's
at too. The gear looks like China's gear too. That's weird.
yeah, she's huge. I've seen her quite a few times in person.
Is she tall as well? Like get tall like Jade is?
Uh,
Look at
I haven't
Jericho's
met Jay
pants.
before, but she is. Yeah, Jericho. He looks really happy.
He's so. Oh my gosh, I love Chris Jericho. Oh, he just like
Sammy won that.
Sammy. I mean, I'm not surprised because, like, they're always they're trying to pump up, the JAS, but
It's kind of sad on Jericho because he had to have Sammy beat him for him.
yeah, guess he
That
couldn't
was a really
wrestle in
good.
those sparkly pants. So that
Yeah, that was a really good Rampage. I
was a
thought.
great Rampage.
Um, my favorite match is probably the first match, the
Yeah,
Young Bucks and Aussie Open.
I hope they do more with the Aussie Open too, because that would be just really like such a great group to keep bringing in. I was so shocked that they were like coming on and just starting on Rampage because like sometimes they mix up the card, sometimes those are Dynamite events. So I was just really happy they were on the Rampage card.
I think they were on Dynamite this past Wednesday in the Battle Royal thingy.
Were they? Oh
They uh they were like announced like last minute because
got
I think
it.
one of them put out on Twitter that they had no bookings together anymore. So Tony saw it and
Oh,
he made sure that changed. I'm surprised he
that's
didn't find out before us.
go to
Yeah.
Aussie Open. I like the women's match too. The women's match was interesting.
Yeah.
Doing some good
Speaking of
stuff.
ROH, yeah, the women's match is very good. I like it better when it's matches like that, besides like Saraya in action or Tony Storm in action, like a good
Yeah,
competitive women's match. Uh, Speaking of ROH, they're back tomorrow and Sunday for their tapings. Uh, Maybe Aussie Open will be on Ring of Honor. That'd be pretty cool. I think they
awesome.
should be because I wonder if they're gonna do anything for Mark Briscoe at the tapings.
That'd be so sweet. I mean, it just I feel like it would mean so much to pay homage to that, and I'm glad to see that ROH is getting some of its own separate spotlight too.
Yeah, it's about time they get their own stuff again.
Yeah,
And I wonder what they do with the tag titles now that Jay Briscoe isn't there. Wonder what they do with that. I was thinking Jay Briscoe. I mean, yeah, Mark Briscoe and Eddie Kingston would be a good tag team, or
oh my
Santana, but
gosh,
I
that
don't
would
know.
be great if they did.
Yeah, I feel like that would be really good because
I love
Eddie
Eddie
Kingston kind
Kingston
of
too. I just feel like that'd be
Jay
such
Briscoe and Eddie Kingston kind of have well, Eddie Kingston and Briscoe's like that could be a trio. Uh,
so
them
good.
three. But yeah, that was pretty much it for Rampage. I thought it was really good. Uh, yeah, that was
Great.
it was very good. I thought. I give it 8 out of 10. It was very good.
I agree with
Uh,
that reading. I feel like it was I feel like it was even a step up just because of the opener and just getting the great
yeah,
women's match and just the caliber of wrestling. Even the main event was great with Sammy and Action Andretti. So that was just really strong card. They all delivered.
there's a lot more backstage stuff too on this episode. A lot more stuff backstage. But yeah, we're back Wednesday for Dynamite. As normal, definitely check the links in the description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify, and Podbean. For all our check our special guests, all of our start times. We post other stuff on there too. Uh, but yeah, we'll see you guys next week for Dynamite.
Have a great one, guys.